Whatever happened to the happiness? Do what you want to get it back for us. You take your time, then let me know if you wanna stay or if you wanna go. I know you have difficulty knowing me, but you don't have difficulty showing me that we just need to get away. I'll take you on a wild adventure if you want to go. We're locked in places, sing together, please just let me know. Won't you synchronize with me? You can be my everything, my everything. You can be my everything, my everything. Won't you synchronize with me? You can be my everything, my everything. You can be my everything, my everything. We haven't got unlimited time. Sun is out and you get through your prime. We're falling for love, we're falling for lust, we're falling through everything. You see the summer's getting closer. We don't feel like we are getting older. So show me what you have to bring. I'll take you on a wild adventure if you want to go. We're locked in places, sing together, please just let me know. Won't you synchronize with me? You can be my everything, my everything. You can be my everything, my everything. Won't you synchronize with me? You can be my everything, my everything. You can be my everything, my everything.
Wilson with a very good start there. Once again, going around the outside. It's very clean. Around turn 1 there. Side. Mike's trying to hold on. He has the inside now. Just holds on there. This is where desperation starts to creep in for a lot of these drivers. There's not much time left. Coming down to turn 1. It's Klaus onto the inside. Oh, Curtis Gregory. In the foreground, Martin Webster. Can he make a dive onto the inside? Makes a massive lunge down the inside. Can he make it stick? And wow, just on the edge there. Martin Webster holding on for dear life, managing to stick that move done there. 3 wide coming up to the next corner here. Oh man, it's a big roll forward. Martin Webster on the outside, going to take that move. Sean Lee, there you see him, trying to make a move around the outside of Curtis. Once again, it's 3 wide coming down to turn 1. It's Sean Lee, Dylan Morant, Osmond Wilson, Danny Nasir trying to get in there. Your battle for P2, Khalil Rickford has booked it out of there early. Look at Jaden go! On the outside, can he get 2 cars in 1? Oh, Mike going very wide now. A lot more curve than he probably wants to. And that's going to open the door for Tavar Clark. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the final lap. This is it. Lead there, it's Khalil and Klaus. And it looks like Khalil's just going to round out the outside. Can Klaus have anything to say about it, though? No, he cannot. More action going on in the back here. It's Dylan Moran just losing out on Osmond Wilson there. Martin Webster leading this one. Sean Lee losing out of position there. Osmond Wilson rounding out the outside of Dylan Moran. Almost making contact there. They keep it clean. Check out if any of these times are infringing each other. 2 to go. 12-2 for Mike. 12-5 for Dylan. Street. Oh, he's so close. Marlon says race for the ages. Oh, I agree. Final lap. It is time for the penultimate round of the Caribbean Motor Racing Championship. 1 year ago, we crowned two different champions. One in the Radical Caribbean Cup and the other in the Classic Series. This time around, this is going to be the playing ground for the penultimate race, as we have just one more round to go. Yes, Jamwest. That'll be our finale in 7 days' time. But this is going to be a very important round for both of the championships as we head to Bushy Park for round 4 of the Caribbean Motor Racing Championship, Group 4 Series, and Radical Caribbean Cup. Right now, we are currently looking at the Group 4 Series Mazdas, Civics, and Lancer Evos taking to the track here. A very important point for the championship here. The top 3 drivers, Luca Andretta, Jaden Harrison, Martin Webster. The 3 main drivers to watch out for in this race here today. It's all going to play for. As we just finish up practice here, practice will be ending in about 6 minutes time, so do ignore the timer at the top of our screens here. As we get ready, the drivers doing their last bit of practice on the track out here. Temperatures looking great. The skies are clear. No sight for any bad weather. And this should be a good race till the very end. Don't go anywhere. We have 2 races coming up for you guys here today. We're starting off with the Group 4 Series. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. We are so close to 400 subs. Just 3 of them to go last time I checked. Hopefully we can reach that goal here today, as we are one of the fastest growing sim racing leagues on the platform, especially in the Caribbean. It would mean a lot if you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. If you want to support us furthermore, go ahead and join our Discord to be a part of the events. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. And without further ado, let's get this show underway. Yes, sir, we are back once again, another week in Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. We are live here at Bushy Park. It is the penultimate round of the Caribbean Motor Racing Championship. 2 races for you guys here today. The Group 4 Series and the Radical Caribbean Cup coming up shortly. As we look at the end of practice, we have about 3 minutes to go before the drivers are advanced into the next session. As the drivers still file in, the crowd heading into the circuit. A lot of you guys live here on social media. Thank you for tuning in. You guys are going to be in for a great race out here. Bushy Park is one of my favorite tracks to go to, as last year we saw the great battle between Dylan Moretti and Mike Van Dorn. where the championship was settled, Ford versus Hillman. And of course, on that fabled day, it was Dylan getting his get back after just losing out the title in the 90s Touring Car Championship against Oswin Wilson. This time, however, it's a completely different story. Bushy Park is not the final round. As next week, we're going to be heading to Jamwest for the special debut and finale of both of these championships. We're also going to be hosting another race. We're going to be hosting a third race, which will start as the first race of the evening. That is going to allow everyone to hop into the server. If you're excited for Jamwest Speedway, join the Discord immediately. We're going to be hosting a very first event open to everyone in the community, no matter who you are. Get in the Discord as soon as possible and make history. Be a part of history. The debut of Jamwest Speedway, and for what all the action and racing that come, I got to give a massive shout out and huge thank you to Hall Grant, as he was the main man who developed Jamwest, as well as your favorites South Dakota and Wallerfield. And he's responsible for that track. We helped him out a lot. Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club having the privilege to hosting the very first race at Jamwest Speedway. So join the Discord ASAP. Be a part of history. No limits. Everyone's allowed for that first race. No championship. Just have fun with it. You'll learn more details if you join into the Discord. We'll be announcing it shortly. You can look at the times now. Very, very quick. Qualifying about to come up. Let's hop into the Discord and let's listen to what our drivers have to say. Very, very quiet in here. Just be ready. We will be advancing the session in about a minute's time. And we're just gonna wait for the drivers to hop in to our voice chat. You're gonna see at the top right hand side of your screen the live radio. You're gonna be able to hear all the drivers and get to know the bunch. Many drivers into the session. We have Jaden Harrison, Seth Lee, Michael Leonard, Danny Nasir, Martin Webster, Brandon Smith, Lance Nasir, DeVille Park. A couple more guys ready to hop into the session. Of course, you're going to see our fan favorites like Khalil Rickford as well in the Radical Caribbean Cup, as he's trying to go for four in wins. The most dominant driver Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club has ever seen. And we should see qualifying get underway right now. All right, qualifying has begun. Good luck, everyone. The drivers are going to be heading out of pits. Let's get this qualifying underway. As the drivers exit pit lane onto the track, this is going to be a very important qualifying, especially for the likes of Jaden Harrison and Martin Webster. Very important session for them. Big points on the line. We don't see the likes of Luca Andretta on, if he will be racing with us today. But a very important one for the points. 3 points for pole position, but it is definitely going to make the cup, especially in how close they are in the championship standings. But with Seth Lee, the first driver to come across our screen onto the start-finish line, let's look at his first lap here. Going into the first turn, now he takes it in first gear, tries to nail that apex, throttles out very quickly now. As we go up the straight into the hairpin, now braking just before the 50-meter marker. Very, very clean with the gear shifts. Now, very tight section of the circuit, snakes and just gets tighter and tighter. Second gear through a little bit wide. First gear now tries to tighten it up a little too much on the curb. Now plants the throttle down under the bridge. Going downhill, this is a very tricky one. It's a kink to the left and then sharp right-hander coming up next. Back on the throttle now. 3 corners to go. First one is the right-hander here. Then the chicane that goes right and left completely flat out. Hop the curb. Onto the start-finish line. 59.9 is the time to beat for everyone here. And DeVille Park is already going to take home provisional pole with a 59.7. Who is up next on the chopping block? That is Brandon Smith. 2 minute 30. He's going to be starting his lap time now. Warming his tires up, Michael Leonard as he comes across the line to start his lap. Qualifying very quick. Only a 10-minute session goes by very, very fast. Next driver to come across the start-finish line now. Lance Nasir. Already going in P4 with a 104. I want to also make a huge shout out to Caribbean Sim Motorsport CSM for allowing us to use Bushy Park Raceway, of course, themselves and Red Gear, responsible for the development of this track, as Seth Lee takes provisional, but Martin Webster takes it. DeVille Park with a 58.6. But massive shout out to those two guys there. The group Caribbean Sim Motorsport. Go check that out if you do love your dirt rally. See 8.6 in chat. Wonder if it's going to be the Evo or the FD on pole today. I really wonder, because Martin Webster in the Civic is defying the odds on pole position. No sign from Jaden Harrison going on a fast one. Let's check out where he is. Is he still in pit? No, he's out on track. Let's check out those sector times while we're at it. So we're going to see now what he does on track here. There you see the eyes of Jaden Harrison and the smooth steering inputs as he puts into the car. He's a very smooth driver, as opposed to some of the more aggressive kind of sides, as Jaden is going to take provisional with a 57.1. What a lap time from him. We look at Martin Webster, who's just ahead of him, runs off track, probably realizing, holy smokes, what a lap. Time to put the pressure on him. DeVille Park 2/10 up on his personal best. Himself and Martin very close lap times here in qualifying. 5 minutes left to go. 4/10 up on his personal best. Still trying to improve. Oh, he has a slow car of Seth Lee, but he gets out the way very quick. And the flutter of the Lancer Evo as he comes across the line with a 58.2. He's going to knock down Webster's time. And Webster is going to be coming around for another flyer. We go on board with Martin. These are the main drivers you got to be watching out for. DeVille is not too far off in the points either. Let's watch Webster now as he takes this Civic into turn 1. The Civic is a very, very special kind of car. It's so oversteery around many of these circuits around here, but it's really just up to your driving style, and Martin Webster in this car is an absolute weapon. It just takes these chicanes through here so quick. You watch Danny Nasir up ahead, he's just going as fast as he can in that's RX-7 as he pulls out the way, realizing that is a flying Webster. Coming up to him now. Webster, a couple corners left to go in this lap. Can anyone battle Jaden Harrison? Has he actually improves with a 56.9? 2 seconds faster than the rest of the field. Webster's going to take back P2 from DeVille Park. Where is Harrison? Watching Jaden now. You see Michael Leonard push down Seth Lee. Leonard with a time of a 58.7. But the times are creeping up to Jaden's 56. The track temp is ramping up. 3 minutes left to go now. Just 2/10 off. Slower is Jaden Harrison. This is not going to be a time he's going to be looking at. But Webster, on the other hand, is a 10th quicker, faster than the competition. Of course, purple sectors, meaning you're the fastest man on track. Oh, but he loses 2/10 in that middle sector. So should be at least a 10th up from his personal best. 3 quarters to go for Martin Webster. He has the pace. He has the pace for pole position. The Civic, it can definitely pull something out of the hat here. And there you see in the third sector, 67 hundredths of a second, just slower. DeVille brings out yellows, no, just off a pit exit. The top 3 all together. Now, what the Mitsubishis have that the Civics and the RX-7s do not is that straight line. It is the fastest car. It's the most powerful. We hear some communication from the drivers that Jaden was on a lap and he is 2/10 quicker. He's going to cross through the second sector just under the bridge up ahead on the old front straight here, which is now the back straight for us. Across the second sector, he's lost a little bit of time. Should be 2/10 up though. Couple corners to maneuver from. This could be a time that should bank him.
Anybody hear me?
As he crosses the line. Sorry, what was your question?
How many laps?
Just gonna give him the answer from here.
Was it 20 minutes?
It's a 20 minutes plus 1 lap.
20 minutes plus 1 lap. Okay, that's about, what, 25 laps?
Yeah, just about. You can fuel for 30. And Jaden Harrison, going with a 56.5, takes provisional pole, and confidently, he continues to go quicker. A minute left to go in qualifying, and Webster has found some time in that first sector, but he is losing all of it in the second. DeVille now not on a lap, 50 seconds to go. Can Jaden Harrison, even though he's slower in that second sector, can he improve on that 56.556? He crosses the line. No, it's a 57.158 for him. Webster in pit. That's going to be his qualifying complete. And no way to improve. Can DeVille, as he crosses the line, can he take the front row away from Martin Webster? Jaden Harrison also on a lap. Danny Nasir in pit lane. That's his qualifying complete. Harrison has somehow still found purple in the first sector. We find where DeVille Park is as he hustles along in that Mitsubishi. Look at the second sector. Very fast for him. The checkered flag is out. Seth Lee, there we see passing our screens as well as Jaden Harrison. 2 corners to maneuver from him. Across the line, 56.556 to beat. He doesn't, but he's going to keep provisional pole unless we can see anything from DeVille Park as he has 3 corners to maneuver. Can the Jamaican, DeVille Park, make it a Jamaican 1-2? Oh, he slides it around the final corner. He cannot improve. That's going to be his qualifying done. The only man left on track is Seth Lee. He's already a second and a 10th down in that first sector. Can he do anything about it? Possibly put down DeVille's time. He's doing it personal best, but I don't think he'll be able to top DeVille's time. 3 corners to go. And he's going to take that into pits. That's going to be his qualifying done. I think that's all our drivers complete now. DeVille's still on track, but of course, that's his qualifying complete as he rips it up here at Bushy Park. All good. All right, congratulations to your top 3. That's Jaden Harrison, Martin Webster, and DeVille Park. Jaden Harrison, congratulations on that pole position of 56,556. 3 points added to the total, and that's going to be very important for the championship in the long run. But as we look into this race here, what are your main focuses going into this one?
Just to stay consistent and stay out of the accidents. Hopefully I can get through the blue flags properly and not cause an incident.
A wider track here, Bushy Park, shouldn't be too much to worry about with lap traffic. So I know you're going to have your head forward. This start is going to be very, very important for you to get right. Any last kind of words that you want to say to us, hinting towards what you're going to be looking for in this race? I know you want that win badly. It's definitely going to help you in that championship fight, but you do have Martin Webster behind you, and he is also in this championship fight, just 3 points behind. What are your ideas going into this one?
Yeah, well, the R7 is pretty bad on the start, and P2 gets the inside line, so if Martin gets the jump, we'll just kind of go on and pull away. And not trying to risk it too much.
Can't wait to see what you can do out there. Congratulations on that pole, and good luck for the race. Ladies and gentlemen, we are a couple seconds away from our first race of 2. Ladies and gentlemen, do not go anywhere. Tavar in the chat, supporting his fellow countrymen.
I don't know anybody about anybody else, but my hands are still hurting.
Still hurting from the mountain?
We just won't bring up the mountain, okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying the streams,
starting in 2 minutes.
Indeed, yep. Get ready. Make sure you guys have your fuel and all that set up. Remember, no mandatory pit stops whatsoever. All right. Remember, guys, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. The championship is at stake. This is going to be a very important race without our championship leader. The 2023 Caribbean Motor Racing Championship.
Here today, man.
We see ourselves live at Bushy Park. And this race is coming up next. With just a minute to go, we're going to be seeing the penultimate race of this championship, an important one for the top 2. It is Jaden Harrison and Martin Webster who lock out the front row, who are very tight on points. Whoever takes this one should take the lead of this championship. We're only 3 points separating them. It is Jamaica's own Jaden Harrison on pole, followed by the Guyanese of Martin Webster. Then it is DeVille Park, Seth Lee, Michael Leonard, Danny Nasir, Brandon Smith, Lance Nasir, Tavar Clark to round out your grid. It's a small grid, but as we've seen the history of Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club, the smaller the grids, the more the action. We have 15 seconds left to go. The lights are up. The championship is heavy at stake. Who is going to get on top of this one as the lights go off? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights at Bushy Park. We go racing. Great start coming from the Lancer as he barges through. And can he take the lead? DeVille on the inside. Contact is made. Martin sets his get back. DeVille trying to push off Jaden Harrison. But it is DeVille in the lead. Defends the inside. What a start from him. Martin around the outside. 3 wide. Around the second turn there. Webster now trying to find some feet. Seth Lee in the background watching the action ahead. Jaden Harrison trying to get the move up ahead from his fellow countrymen. But what a rocket start from DeVille Park. As all the drivers get into the tight section of the track, there you see Tavar Clark also trying to get in there as well. Gets the overtake done on Seth Lee. What a great start from DeVille Park mostly. The Jamaicans make it 1-2. Martin, though, looking for the inside. There you see Jaden trying to get a move done. A lot of positions being made and 2 cars going off. That's Seth Lee and Tavar Clark. As there you see the RX-7 pulling out. DeVille covering the inside. Jaden looking to the outside. Webster's going to bite his time. But Jaden around the outside. Can he make the move stick? Yes, he can. Our new race leader, Jaden Harrison, takes it back. What a start! DeVille swings to the outside! Tries to get the move done! Ken Webster's gonna fall through! Oh, it's flashbacks! I'm getting goosebumps 1 year ago! As the positions train along! Jaden leads this one! Martin gets to jump on him! But DeVille is hot on the tracks! Of that Honda Civic just ahead of him! Webster cannot lose! Jaden Harrison at this early stage of this race. He needs to start putting his head down. The gap is almost 2 seconds. Michael Leonard back there. Oh, big lockup. Hard into the wall is Seth Lee. He gets the car going. Doesn't see too much damage on him. But there you see 57.4, 58.8, 1 minute. That's your top 3. Lance Nasir, Brandon Smith fighting each other as well. Every driver out here is eligible for points. All right, the chaotic start complete out the way. It is time to put our heads down, and now we think about the long run. It is a 20-minute race. We have a lot of time to really focus up. Especially for this man, DeVille Park. He's gonna want to get that P2 back. He knows he's the faster driver. I mean, after that launch, that was insane. We asked Jaden, what is the start gonna be like? Because we know the RX-7 does not have the best of launches. That goes to both the Mitsubishi and the Honda Civic, but Martin Webster just bogging down on the start, allowing DeVille Park to have a rocket start, taking the lead. Jaden Harrison puts in the fastest lap of today's race. As he continues to push on, the gap is now 2.9. This is exactly what Jaden needs. He's about 3 points ahead of Martin Webster in P2. As we see some positions being made, no! It is Michael Leonard off the track. And we're hearing some team radio coming from Tavar Clark. If I bumped you or was it lag? Danny Nasir exits pits, interestingly. Not too sure what has happened to Nasir there, but he is back in last position, but he does have his brother Lance Nasir just up ahead, who is fighting for that P7 spot against Brandon Smith. 56.7 from Jaden Harrison, 57.5 from Martin Webster, 59.1 from DeVille Park. So Martin Webster is starting to gain some confidence, starting to open up that gap from himself and DeVille, and that is what he needs.
Is there like a time penalty for that or something? Because that was pretty blatant.
It will definitely be reviewed.
Okay, that was ridiculous.
And Michael Leonard not happy, not too pleased with that incident that had happened, putting him off the track. Both Tavar and Michael Leonard under investigation after that one. Of course, not seeing it on the live feed. Will definitely be sorted out after, as Danny Nasir is actually unlapping himself from Lance Nasir. So he might have had to tow to the pits. No, he has some issues on track. What has happened to Danny Nasir? Trouble for the RX-7. He pulls off to the side of the track. No idea what's going on. I do see some smoke at the front of the car. Don't see too much. We look back, there are the leaders passing him now. Is that potential wheel trouble? from him, not too sure. So, what a race it is so far into this one. Unfortunately, I think we're going to be losing Danny Nasir, as I think he's just having trouble with the car. He's 5 laps down, still parked. Danny, just teleport that car into the pits when you can. There you see Jaden Harrison lapping Lance Nasir, as Jaden is firmly in the lead. 5-second gap. Let's go through the grid. As we see Jaden Harrison, our man in first place, 5-second gap to himself and Martin Webster, 2 drivers who were trailing Luca Andretta in this championship. Of course, a championship win would mean you get advanced to the Race of Champions, our next championship, beginning in late October. And DeVille Park, yellow flags for him. Oh, he slid off the track. Just about. He saves it. That's a very weird play. So you see the smoke coming out the rear of DeVille's car. Not too sure what just happened to him. Might have went a bit wide off the track, recovered it, but there's a lot of smoke coming from that Mitsubishi. I don't know what's going on. A lot of smoke. I hope there's nothing terminal with the engine there. We're gonna have to look back at him soon. Hopefully that is fixed for him. There we see Martin Webster, our man in second place. He's currently 3rd in the championship standings with 37 points against Jaden's 40. He currently sits P2, 18 points for him if it stays this way. And it's going to help him a long way in this championship as he fights to the very end. Of course, next week out, Jamwest, double points on the line.
Blue flag lands.
There we hear Tavar Clark calling out for blue flags, but also because of that mishap from DeVille, he has lost his P3 spot to Tavar Clark. One Jamaican out for another. There you see DeVille going around the outside. A little bit of a risky move there, but luckily, no harm done. Seth Lee in P5. Top 5 for him so far. Looking very good out there, as we are entering the halfway stage of the event. Don't go anywhere, folks. We have one more race left to go. The Radical Caribbean Cup coming up very shortly, directly after this race. Don't go anywhere. In P6, Michael Leonard, who's definitely under investigation, as well as Tavar Clark, as we see Lance Nasir off track. And Danny Nasir is also on track. What is going on here? 2 RX-7s parked on the grass there. Danny speeding up now. He is allowed to get back on track. Of course, now he's a couple laps down. He does need a yellow to get back in this one. Very interesting there from those two. Michael Leonard, of course, under investigation, as well as Savar Clark for the incident that did take Michael Leonard essentially out of contention with this race. He is catching up to Seth Lee, though. Hopefully we can see a good fight for P5. Brandon Smith in P7, as he's about to get lapped from Martin Webster. There you see him go. Brandon opting for a little bit of a wider line, just letting his fellow driver through. Brandon Smith, earlier today, he had finished P14 in the iRacing Bathurst 1000. So big congratulations to him. And Blackout Motorsport, top 15, very, very good, especially when you realize this is Bathurst, it's V8 supercars, all hell breaks loose when you're on the mountain. So big congrats to him for the top 15 result in Blackout Motorsport. Lance Nasir up next, P8 for him, losing a bit of time to Brandon Smith, handful of seconds away. But Lance Nasir in his own zone right now, setting his own laps around here at Bushy Park, as well as Danny Nasir. Had some issues early on in the race, and unfortunately had put him out of contention for this race, unless we do have a caution that will allow Danny to get back up in this race, and we're gonna see what Nasir can do. Back up the order now, 7-second gap between Martin Webster and that man up there, Jaden Harrison, our race leader. Brandon Smith bringing out yellows. What has happened to him? He goes off at the end of T1. DeVille's gonna get past him easily there. Just a mistake coming from the RX-7. Gonna get up to speed there. You see Lance Nasir just ahead of the race leader. And Jaden gonna be very, very wary of where he plants that car. Of course, we gotta look back at round 2 at Wallerfield. It was Jaden who led that race until he made contact with lap traffic, essentially ruining his race. We had to talk with him. It's all about patience when you're lapping traffic out here, especially when you're leading the race. You do not want any sort of mistakes. Hey, you hear Martin Webster saying, "Wait for me. I'm on my way." Beautiful camera shots here coming from our drone here. Beautiful shots, of course. But there we see the beautiful Mazda RX-7, beautiful mod as well. If you want to get your hands on this mod, join our Discord, download the cars. This is an absolute beauty of a car. Love driving it as well. Of course, the RX-7 very prevalent in the Caribbean racing scene in the Group 4 classes. Featured many times in the IRL Caribbean Motor Racing Championship. And yeah, just love this thing. Very beautiful car. Beautiful underrated mod here in Assetto Corsa. Worth the download. Let's check out our man in P2. Here is Martin Webster in the Honda Civic. The EK9 revving its little engine through Barbados, piloted by Martin Webster, one of the only Civic drivers, a very underrated car. A lot of drivers opting for the Mazda, as they were allowed to pick whatever car they would like for this championship. Webster decided to be a little bit different and going with the Honda Civic, and as you can see, it is working for him greatly, especially when you look back at his history with the last championship. The GT3 Masters Championship was not the best for Martin Webster, one of his worst performances in sim racing. I will say he's nothing like that. A lot of retirements for him, but he's come back very strong, and this is a good chance to win a championship, coming back from a massive upset, as was one of his favorite categories, GT3 racing. Look at the other manufacturer in this one. This is the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo as it spins up its wheels. A lot of smoke coming from that car.
We're on the please, if you see in the comments.
And there you see DeVille hustling that car here. Beautiful red livery. Unfortunately, one of the only liveries we have here. A lot of drivers not opting for the liveries. Lance Nasir having
Oh,
to
yeah,
give
bud.
out blue flags. He does apologize too. Tavar, who's currently in P3. Unfortunately, DeVille is not able to climb back up and potentially catch up to Tavar. So we might have to settle for a P4 unless we could see a late caution or a mistake coming from the other Jamaican. But it's a Jamaica 1-3 so far with the Guyanese splitting them up. But yeah, beautiful car. It's one of those cars that goes every time it shifts, every time it brakes. And what has happened here? Lance Nasir going into the karting track of Bushy Park. Of course, the karting experience. For a couple bucks, you can race on the karting track, and I think Lance Nasir decided he wanted to do a little test of that track since he has nothing else to do. Nobody else to battle up here. Very interesting there. Hopefully we didn't cause too much property damage to the good guys over at Bushy Park. Of course, once again, I gotta give a massive shout out to Caribbean Sim Motorsport. Massive shout out to them, and thank you so much for allowing Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club to use your fantastic circuit. Of course, Caribbean Sim Motorsport partnered with, let's find their logo there, Red Gear, developing this beautiful circuit given to us about 2 years ago. That went public, one of the most highly anticipated Caribbean tracks. We're so happy to have it here in Sim Racing, and we thank them so much for allowing us to use their track. Massive shout out to them. Go check out and join their Discord as well. I believe they do a lot of dirt rally, so if that's your thing, check them out. They're the guys for you. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in this race. A very quiet one here, but we still have one more race to go in the Radical Caribbean Cup, a single make series. That is always going to be an entertaining one to watch. As we kind of just fly through this track, there we see two yellow RX-7s, Brandon Smith, just off the track, probably clipping the curb a little too much. Goes to a little bit of grass, cleaning up there, and gets back on track. But this is our leader up here, Jaden Harrison. Let's catch on to him now. 2 minutes and 1 lap for him, and 14-second gap to himself and Martin Webster. How quick has this man been all race long? Can't wait to see what he could do in the next race. Jaden Harrison going for 2 for 2 if he can win this one. If he can, he won at Dover Raceway at his home. And he's looking to get that 2 in a row. He does have Lance Nasir in the way and Seth Lee. Gets out the way fine. Minute 28 left to go. Where is Martin Webster? Do you see this is just this is how big the gap is. Still waiting for Webster. And there he is. There you see him going past our screens there. Martin Webster, the Guyanese, is going to be very happy with the P2, that's for sure. Very respectable P2 coming from him there. Just does not have what it takes to battle against Jaden Harrison. Especially when he was in a fight with DeVille Park. It did slow him down. And the chat is already going crazy. Guyana versus Jamaica in the chat. Supporting your favorite drivers from your nationality. Love the support. Tavar Clark, gotta give him some credit as well. Tavar in P3, capitalizing on the mistake of DeVille. But can't deny, Tavar is a very fast driver, a fan favorite of many.
Yeah, Danny.
Thanks, Danny Nasir, for getting himself unlapped. But yeah, Tavar P3 in the silver RX-7 has done very good for himself here. Decent results last week out as well. But the timer has expired, and the leader is already on the final lap. Should see him pass our screens just over there. There he is. On the final lap now is Jaden Harrison. If he can bring the car home, 28 points, plus that 3-point pole position for him. And Tavar getting called out by Martin Webster.
Lance, I'm behind you. Lance, I'm right behind you. Thank you.
Tavar very, very worried. He does not want to mess this up. But around the final couple of corners, it is this man, Jaden Harrison. Complete domination. And the Jamaican is going to win this one. 2 in a row for him. Maximum points. And that's going to be very, very crucial for this championship. Congratulations to Harrison for the race win. As we wait on out for our next man up there. There he is. Coming through the last 2 corners there. Guyana will be proud of him. X-Play will be proud of him. Marlin will be proud of him. P2 is going to go to the Civic. Martin Webster finishes 2nd place. What a race from him. And in P3, as we look at him now, Tavar Clark, it is a Jamaican 1-3. And what a result from them. What a race that was. Yeah, great race, guys. Very clean as well.
Until the last lap, I don't know who the hell tried to go by outside of me.
What a race that was.
I see you, Mr. Clark.
GG's indeed. What a race that was.
Sorry about that. That was so hard. Whoa.
Let's go. Congratulations to top 3.
Mr. Webster, you were so fast, bro. I couldn't catch you.
So congratulating each other.
The fastest guy was Jaden. I could match the pace, but I can't keep it lap after lap.
Oh.
Boy, each time I'm seeing the
I hope nobody's hurt from that.
Your car. I was wondering if you were flying or you were cutting the track. You're so fast.
Nah, the man at the moment was Jaden. That was ridiculous pace.
Yeah. The man was like 15 seconds in the first lap on me.
All right, what a race that was. Congratulations, you had such a nice race out there. Very clean, kept it respectable. What an event for this first race here. Let's go speak with our 3rd place man now, beginning with the Jamaican, the first Jamaican of 2 who are on this podium. Tavar Clark, what a race from you. P3, how was that one?
Yeah, it was a really good race. I mean, today was the first time actually driving the car on this track, so I didn't understand nothing about this car really, to be honest, because I haven't done a single lap on this track on this car. So, I mean, I just came, I catch the race just in time as the race was to start. So, I mean, I wanted to like upset the championship a little bit, to get ahead of Martin so that I could hold it for Jaden, but. Boy, those guys are so fast. I was behind them, but then an incident happened between Seth and I. I'm not sure if he missed his braking or what, but that kind of put me back. So I kind of tried to fight my way back up, and I'm really sorry for what happened with Michael there, because I personally didn't hit him. He just lagged in front of me. So I was trying to find out if it was my side or his side, but he just completely lagged right in. He was a distance ahead and then he just appeared right in front of me. I was wondering if it was my fault or what, but then I was trying to pressure Davil just to see if I can keep up, and unfortunately he made a mistake, and I was like keeping my head down just to see if I can catch Martin, but as I said, each time I saw the gap going down, I just couldn't see Martin's car. I was like wondering where was he, but that was a really good win. So congrats to Jaden and congrats to Martin as well.
Indeed. Congratulations on that massive result. Yeah, we are going to look at that incident between yourself and Michael. But yeah, overall, great podium for yourself there. In P2, great result from you here. The X-Play driver, Martin Webster, puts that Civic on the 2nd row. How was that one?
Boy, it was really a good race. I mean, all things considered, I got mugged at the start by DeVille. That was a decent start by DeVille. I got caught sleeping. But it was an enjoyable fight trying to get back and get by him and keep up with Jaden, because Jaden was doing 56s. I could do 56, but I was in the gym yesterday and I did some heavy squats, so the old back was like
excuses.
So I couldn't keep the pace and keep it on there for lap after lap doing 56. But Jaden was way fast. Jaden had at least 3/10 in the back doing that lap after lap, so it was a bit difficult to catch him. And then I just, after I realized that my nemesis Tobago was behind me, I was watching his pace and watching his time, and then I realized I got 10 seconds. Don't worry about it. I can just lift off a second a lap and cruise to home because I was getting really tired. I probably wouldn't do the next race anyway because the yard is full. The kids are watching you guys on TV. So, yeah, it was a good race, and congratulations to Jaden Harrison. That was an awesome race by him.
Yeah, still great result from you there. I'll give a shout out to all the guys watching in the X-Play arcade there. Congratulations to you, Martin Webster. Fantastic race. And yeah, hopefully we could see you in this next race. If not, we were very happy to see you come out here today. And yeah, P2, 18 points. You were 3 points behind Jaden in the standing. So this is definitely should put you up into P2 in the championship now as you go into the final race.
Yeah, I really want to be in the second race, but then the O-back is killing me, and then the yard is kind of filled. The guys are playing, so it'd be difficult to concentrate, especially with the radical around here. It's a little bit difficult, so I probably will opt out that race.
Indeed, man. No worries. Happy to have you joining us here this evening, and can't wait to see you next week.
Yeah, man. Sure thing.
All right, and our man who extends his points and I believe should take the lead of this championship fight, Jaden Harrison. You go 2 for 2 now after your race at Dover. Now here at Bushy Park. Congratulations. How was that one?
Good race. Devin and Martin got to jump on me at the start. I was expecting, but I got past and then I just tried to put him down the rocks. Both laps was good, and good job to Tavar and Devin for bringing it home for Jamaica.
Yeah, great race from you. Take us through that start. We know you said earlier that the start is going to be a very, very crazy one, and it was. Finding yourself almost down into P3 from the very beginning. Take us through the emotions of that one.
Well, I knew where I could get the Evo in the corners. Was just about waiting, and just kind of like waiting for that space, waiting for that move.
Yeah, and you did get it done. You started to extend the gap. Fastest lap as well for you. Solid result, man. Congratulations, and this is definitely going to shake up the championship as it is going to turn in your favor as next week you are back at home in Jamaica for the debut of Jamwest Speedway. Can't wait to see you in that Group 4 race over there. And as for now, congratulations for that one. Great race. All right. Just going to give the guys a couple moments here. Just give us about 2 more minutes and we should have the Radical server up. But what a race that was. We go into standby just for a moment. Crazy, crazy action going on through there. Congratulations to the bunch. Great action too. Clean racing. That is exactly what we like to see. As we now head into our main event, ladies and gentlemen, do not go anywhere. This is what you've all been waiting for, the Radical Caribbean Cup coming up next. Don't go anywhere.
I don't know how I feel about this Radicals.
All right, Radical session is up. Hop into the server now. 5-minute practice session. just like that, we are now ready to go racing for our second event of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Radical Caribbean Cup for round 4 of this championship. The penultimate round in this one, where the championship can be won. It is this man here, Khalil Rickford. All eyes are going to be on him for this race. He has a very important job to do out here. He's on one of the biggest winning streaks we have seen in the Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club history, as he tries to go 4 for 4 in this one. Yeah, can't wait to see what he does out here. He's won it in South Dakota. He's won it at Wallerfield. He's won it at Dover. And now it's time for him to take on Bushy Park in the Radical XXR SR3. Can't wait to see what he does. Gotta also give a shout out to Tavar Clark. Let's go find him in pit lane. Here he is. And he's got a special livery for us here. Let's check it out. Let's look at it now. This is Tavar Clark, number 13. And a little bit about this livery. This is a livery for the circuit and rally race car driver Kyle Gregg from Jamaica. Inspired Texaco livery in the white, black, and red. Awesome livery. We should have seen it last week out, but unfortunately we did have some technical issues for him. Kyle Gregg, though, a racing driver down in Jamaica, and this livery is dedicated to him. Can't wait to see what that one can do. Can a new fresh paint have what it take to score pole position out here? 30 seconds in practice. We look at the times now. 57.2 from Khalil, 58.7 from DeVille. Then it's Jaden, Brandon, Seth, Lance, Danny, Michael, and Tavar. Got a lot coming from DeVille there. Now, while you may think these lap times should be quicker than the Group 4 series, you are going to find that the Radicals are actually just a second off of the RX-7s. So these are going to be some slower lap times. But in the single make series, it is everyone for themselves. Only setup can determine who is winning this one. And a lot of drivers are really eager for this race around Bushy Park. Of course, Bushy Park, famous history around here with racing, motor racing in general. That's one of the most famous venues, I will say, Bushy Park. This racetrack, of course, hosted a Top Gear event a couple years ago. Saw the likes of Ken Block, the late Ken Block, rest in peace, and Lewis Hamilton, I think back in 2013 or 2014. And yeah, this venue has seen a lot of action-packed racing, especially in the Radical Caribbean Cup in real life and in the Caribbean Motor Racing Championship. As the layout, as we now see it here, this is the new front straight, but the old front straight belongs here. That right there is the old start-finish line. They used to see all the grandstands up for a reason. Used to follow through. As you can see in chat, this is the Caribbean's version of Indianapolis. But the circuit used to go down through here, and it used to make this hard turn up here, going up, going over the track. You could definitely look up some old clips of this race circuit back in the day. Lovely track, going around the final corner. And yeah, that would be what the track used to look like. But we are now in the present time with the brand new layout. Qualifying about to get underway. Once again, massive shout out and thank you to the folks at Caribbean Sim Motorsport. The group based out of Barbados, in collaboration with Red Gear, gave us the beautiful circuit as you see here, Bushy Park. Massive shout out to them and thank you so much for allowing us to use your circuit out here. Beautiful track. Props to them. Join their Discord, look them up. They have a website as well. If you do love yourself some dirt rally, that is a place to be. But as we are 43 seconds away from qualifying, I think we can advance it now. And let's get this qualifying session underway. This is going to be a very good one to watch as we get this one started. All right, qualifying has begun. Good luck. All right. So the drivers exit out pit road. There's your pit exit right up there. Tavar is going to be our first man out, followed by Khalil Rickford. And there you see the beautiful different colors of all of these radicals. This mod being provided to us by URD and the actual Radical company. Yes, Radical, the car manufacturer, and URD, United Racing Design, the Assetto Corsa modding team, worked together to give us this car together. And is definitely a beautiful one. One of the most realistic mods we've ever had. But as we look around the final couple of corners, it is Khalil Rickford to begin his lap here to set the benchmark of what everyone's going to be looking at. Second gear, a little bit squirmish into T1 now. Keep it under 3,500 in seconds. The pit leader from NR 2003. Great quote there. But as we watch on board with Khalil, little scruffy start to the lap. Going through the S section, very calm and collected as he gets onto the classic French straight. Down the hill, king to the left, swing it to the sharp right. The next double right-hander left to go. Takes it down into second gear, short shifts is into third, very interesting. As he comes across the line, that's going to be a time of a 58.4. That's the benchmark. And as we wait for the next couple drivers to come across the line, let's see what they can do. Jaden Harrison comes across 58.5. Just a tenth off. Next up, DeVille Park, 38, 138, 102 from Michael Leonard. Seth Lee across P4, 103 for Brandon Smith. 106, Danny Nasir, no, it's Lenses here, I believe, 111. A lot of traffic going up here. I think that is, yeah, DeVille Park. Gonna take that car into pits, and we look back at Savar Clark. P2 for him. And he actually does it at an exact time. Check that out. 58.552 coming from Jaden Harrison and Savar Clark. Wow, haven't seen that. When is the last time you've seen two drivers with identical qualifying times? Wow. Both the Jamaicans very close on pace, but since Savar set the lap time before him, it's Savar who's going to have the faster lap, but wow. Or I think it was Jaden. Sorry, apologies. Jaden was the first man to. I kind of hope it stays this way. In a weird way, I kind of hope it stays that way, but that I've never seen before. Khalil, though, finding some pace. He is unfortunately not going to be able to match up with these guys up here. Who we have Savar Clark coming up now. Can he improve on that 5.52? No, he cannot. Jaden Harrison, however, looks like he is. Purple in the first sector. Purple in the second sector. A 10th up. Khalil Rickford is across the line. 58-2. Great lap from him. Tavar on a flyer now. And check that out. Jaden Harrison is on the ball. 3 corners to navigate. This is going to be very close to Khalil's time. It's going to take down Tavar's 58-372. 2/10 just lost it in that second sector. Tavar's a 10th quicker, though. The top 3 shining bright like a diamond. 11/100ths of a second. Khalil is as he enters the straight now. Seth Lee beginning a lap there. Jaden Harrison also on a lap. Tavar very fast though. Finding a 10th and almost a 10th and a half in the second sector. It's a provisional. Yes, it is. 58-0. Almost going so fast. Almost impeding another driver behind him. Khalil Rickford has some work to do. And Jaden Harrison is not going to make his life easier either. Harrison now, 3 corners to go. Definitely looking at a provisional pole. It's going to be very close. No way we're going to see a 58-043. 051. It's close enough. 0.008 thousandths of a second. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Khalil, my friend. The Guyanese is going to have a lot of work to do to catch up. And Jaden has found 2/10. Are you kidding me? Jaden Harrison, 2/10 faster in the first sector. The track is wrapping up. And wow, oh my gosh. 10th up now. Coming from Jaden Harrison. It's a 58-043 to beat. Is he gonna smash it? Yes, he does. 57-619. Shout out Rey Mysterio. That's provisional pole for him. Tavar now gonna be in his lap. Where is Khalil? There he is. Michael Leonard gonna push down Seth Lee. And he's going to be going up into P4. Now, I'm just going to give you guys some context here. Khalil Rickford has not only dominated every single race, finishing first place in every single race, but he has also dominated every single pole position. Can we see the streak be broken in qualifying? He is quicker. In the second sector, the first sector looks fast. 57-619 to beat. Can he take provisional pole? Yes, he does. It's a 419. Khalil, fastest. Tavar, ooh, just running off track. And like you said at TJ, this race is going to be crazy close. Look at those times. 419, 619. Hey, Tavar's up there as well. There we see DeVille Park. And check this out. It's a Jamaican 2-3-4. Oh, as he slightly gets impeded, DeVille Park is. Don't let Richard looking car. The Italian job, don't let him in. Lovely stuff there. Denny Nasir, P7 for him. Brandon Smith, there we see P8. Lance Nasir, P9. Still looking at the top drivers here. Jaden, no improvements from him. Tavar is on a lap, as well as Khalil, who is not improving. nobody has in the second sector. He should be about 33 thousandths of a second up, possibly. So he is up there. He could improve. He's actually done a 57.152, and now it's down to a 117. So yeah, it is improvements from him, increasing that pace against everyone else. There you see Tavar and Jaden struggling to get their times on the board. But 30 seconds to go before qualifying is complete. And that is your timer expired. And our first man over here, Khalil Rickford. I just found. I live in one of those races. As we see Khalil, no improvements from him. He still owns provisional pole. What can we see from the next drivers to come across the line now? Who is that in the distance? It's Tavar Clark. Tavar in P3, can he push down Jaden? No, he cannot. That's going to be the second row for him. Jaden Harrison next to come across the line. Slides it. Oh, no. Saves it. Almost hitting the wall, unfortunately. Is not going to be able to improve. That's his qualifying complete. Checkered flag for him. I think Danny Nasir, last driver to come across the line. Yes, it is. P6 for him. That's your qualifying complete. And what a crazy one that was. As the drivers are going to make their way into pits, we say congratulations to our top three. All right, congratulations to your top three: Tavar Clark, Jaden Harrison, Khalil Rickford. Khalil, congratulations on that pole position. That is a 57.117. Crazy one to pull off. How's that qualifying for you? Don't think you could have heard me there. Khalil, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Sweet. Yeah, congratulations on that pole position. 57.117 for you. Great qualifying. As we look into the race now, what are your main focuses going into this one?
Try to get a clean start and just try and run my pace and pull away from the field.
As we saw in the last race, that inside line is very deadly, and it's definitely going to cause a bit of trouble for you. Are you going to be very focused going into this turn one here?
Yeah, you got to be focused into any turn one, but yeah, gonna give it my all.
Gonna give it your all indeed. Yep, you're gonna be looking for your 4 of 4 in this race. And if you do, I believe you're gonna be clinching the title after some calculations.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Let's see what you can do out there. Cannot wait to see you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Alfrez, I've checked the server. You are perfectly logged in, so we have your GUID. So yeah, I think it's on your side why you're not able to join. Yeah, the only thing I have is to reinstall the cars. Shouldn't be a real penalty though, so it should be just the cars. But 14 seconds left to go before we get the drivers on the grid. There we see Tavar messed up my 57, got a little too excited and messed it up. Very unlucky there. But it is not qualifying that matters. It is this, the race. And with 2 minutes to go, we're going to be doing our calculations on our side here. We have some fans in chat. Hopefully, we see TJ hoping Tavar can claim this one. He starts on the front. He starts on the second row. It is Jaden on the front row. And And of course, Jaden has had horrible flashbacks of being on the front row, just one race to go. But now he has the inside line. Can Jaden Harrison be the one to break the streak? We're going to find out. There's your grid. It's locked. It's ready to go. Khalil, Jaden, Tavar, top 3. DeVille, Michael, Danny, Seth, Brandon, and Lance from 4th to 9th. It all comes down to this. Can the championship be taken from Khalil? Can he go 4 in a row? Start your engines. I agree. Let's do this. As we wait for the lights. Very patient, a lot of the drivers getting ready. As we await the countdown. 20 seconds away. All right, good luck, everyone. Let's have a good race. Here we go. Lights on our screen now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights for the Radical Caribbean Cup. The penultimate round is here, and we go racing. Good start from Jaden. Takes the inside. Side by side. Contact is made in the background. Side by side for the lead still. It's Jaden in the lead. Just about. Contact is made. They go to the hairpin now. Khalil's gonna have the inside. Jaden swings it to the outside. Still side by side. Who's gonna take this one? Jaden's still in the lead. Khalil falling behind. A great start from the Jamaican. Let's quickly check up the action up here now. Khalil now. Oh, Jaden's on the grass. Looking to the outside, the inside. Can't get it done. Sticks to the outside. Squeezes. Oh, Jaden squeezing. Khalil can't get it done. Some positions being made back here. Great move from Tavar to get past Danny Nasir. A little bit of argy-bargy around T1, I will say, but this is what we were talking about. The inside is just so much better, and Jaden Harrison in the lead. Grab your popcorn. This is going to be a race of a definite good race to watch. I'm excited. Here we go. As they go through the S section, Jaden Harrison leads us, but not far behind is Khalil. And there you see sneaking in the background, DeVille Park. I know he's going to want to help his fellow countrymen get this win. Lockup coming from the Guyanese in the background. And this is what we like seeing. This is the type of racing that's about to go down. It's like Verstappen finally about to lose his winning streak. This is what Khalil feels like right now. He is our Max Verstappen in this championship. Oh, too much curb coming from Jaden. Oh no, and it's going to allow Khalil Redford to take the lead. And just like that, the slip up, he tries to send it to the inside. Khalil goes very wide, just about sticks it on track. That is the pressure. And our new race leader, Khalil Redford, here at Bushy Park. Jaden Harrison is going to be not happy with that one. Oh, almost gets the nose swiped off. That's what I'm saying. That's that pressure, too much curb. And that was it. Michael Leonard, Brendan Smith battling each other. The pressure got to him, I don't know. Jaden's going to stick with them. Both of their paces are pretty identical. As we're on board with Harrison. Oh, he's going to want to send a move, but man, patience, patience, my friend. You can't overcook this one. As we see in the back, lots of moves being made. Michael Leonard, what a move. Getting past Lance Nasir, locking up as he tries to defend for Brendan Smith. 4/10 the difference now from our leaders. We look at the rear camera now. This is what it looks like. This is the mirror. Brandon Smith getting a move done on Lance Nasir, trading spots. And Jaden Harrison, oh, just losing out on the fight ahead. So much action to watch now early on in this race. But Jaden already a second down from Khalil Rickford. Oh, and Lance off the track. Apologies for the camera switching. A little bit too quick for you guys. I'll slow it down a bit. Lance Nasir off the track. Luckily out the way. And we can keep this one green. Of course, last week out in the Radical Caribbean Cup at Dover, green flag racing to the very end. And we would love to see that happen once more. Now Jaden's just going to want to settle in for this one. Khalil, of course, wanting that win. It's not about this championship alone. It's about championship domination. Khalil Rickford can be the first driver. He is on course to be the first driver to win every single race in a championship. The clean sweep is what we call it. Never been seen before. Never been seen before here. Never been done before here. We've seen many dominant efforts from many drivers, but none to the great length as the Guyanese. But he's still under heavy pressure. Oh no, I say that! Spinning off the track, it's Jaden Harrison! Oh no, he's retired it! Where is he? Oh no! Jaden Harrison! And that is going to be his race over. He spins it. I don't know what happened. That was very weird. It's like the rear's locked up. He gets towed to the pits. Oh, man. What a shame from Jaden Harrison. That is not what we wanted to see out here. Losing out. Oh man, pushing a little bit too hard. That is gonna hurt. But there we hear Khalil Rickford already calling blue flags to Lance Nasir. The race is not over yet. That's DeVille. That's Tavar. Your fight for P2 is about to get underway between these two guys up here. And there you see Lance Nasir on the apex, nowhere to go. Oh, it's contact! Coming from the two drivers. They're both waiting for each other. And there you hear Jaden in the pen there. Yeah, wasn't planning to race the radicals, just like the mediums. And that is our first retirement out, unfortunately. After such a close fight to himself and Khalil, hopefully we could see Jaden in the Radical Caribbean Cup finale at Jamwest, but that is a massive shame coming from him there. 9/10 the difference, though, between these two drivers up here. On board now with the number 13 Texaco driver, Tavar Clark. His livery is an inspiration from Kyle Gregg. And he is on the podium firmly as for now. Can he improve from there, getting up into P2? As he follows now close behind DeVille Park. And there you see more lap traffic. That's actually Lance Nasir again because both of them did spin. Both of them going to pass through very quick. And yeah, massive shame. Of course, coming from That battle between Khalil Rickford and Jaden Harrison. Positions being made up here. That was Danny Nasir. Spins it. Donuts galore. Where's Brandon Smith? Very far off. And who is that? Lance Nasir, the other Nasir. I don't believe that was contact from Tavar. Very interesting there. And, oh, I hope I did not also just see Tavar sliding. Brendan Smith saying, that's right, not too sure. What's that for? Oh, I think he said pass right, not that's right. As there we see is DeVille Park just goes past him now. Back up the order though. Brandon gets out the way for Tavar Clark. But in terms of calculations for this championship that you're watching, Khalil Rickford is going to secure this championship here today. Top 3 will seal the deal for him as he sets the fastest lap of 57.255. Winning this race is going to give him the championship with 1 round to spare. A 20-second gap already built up with 20 minutes to go in this one. Currently now 7 p.m. on the East Coast. And the drivers are already fairly split up in this one. And then it's just a race to bring this one home, especially for our top 3. Tavar, though, 3 seconds off of DeVille. Still a solid chance to get back up in this one. But these cars sound absolutely amazing. Of course, Team Radical working with URD to give us this fabulous mod. Let's take a listen to what these cars sound like. And let's turn it up. Absolutely love the sound of these cars. And as we were turning it up, Tavar has closed the gap up to DeVille Park. Just ever so slightly. Tavar is hustling that Radical. And he's trying to get up to his fellow countrymen to give us a battle for the ages out here. TJ saying Jamaica 1-2. Hopefully that's the goal for these two guys. Khalil still leading us off, though, the Guyanese, with total domination in this championship. There you see a 58.7 coming from both drivers. Almost identical lap times. Coming from these two guys. And it's definitely looking very close. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are enjoying the racing and the action this evening, make sure to like the stream. And most importantly, hit that subscribe button. As we are, I think we're actually one more subscriber away for getting 400. I meant 2, 3, fair enough. All right, you get the pass there. We are, I think it says one more subscriber away from 400. Folks, if you got anyone who enjoys motorsports, send them the link, tune them in here. This is the type of racing we love seeing. Very clean, action-packed racing up here. Next week out, we go to Jamwest Speedway for the finale of the Caribbean Motor Racing Championship. But yeah, hit that subscribe button. If you got friends, send them the link. Family members, cousins, uncles, aunts, send them the link. If you even got some alt accounts on YouTube, send them the link too. As we see, Let's the Seer going off track. But yeah, if you want to support us furthermore, go ahead and follow us on our Instagram and TikTok. Down in the description down below. And you can join in a part of the action. Every Saturdays at 5:15, we have the server up. 6 o'clock, we have races going. Exceptions for the Caribbean Motor Racing Championship. And, oh, what has happened here? I think Let's the Seer. A little bit slower through the chicanes. Danny Desir sliding, going off the track almost. Seth Lee is going to be on his bumper. This is going to be for position.
Dude, when you got 4 ice blocks, you got no choice.
And there we see Danny Nasir going to be defending this P5 position. And the sub 2 on my other phone. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're so close, man. 400 subscribers. Never, I would have thought we would have gotten this far in this journey that we've started 2 years ago. We recently just celebrated our 2-year anniversary, and man, what a history we've had at CMRSC. Had some of the best races, had some of the iffy races, most action-packed races ever, photo finishes. We've had it all here. And I think we're still continuing in that train of making history. As Khalil Rickford, as he currently leads this race, he attempts to pull the unthinkable, the clean sweep. 5 races in this championship. If he stays like this, he'll be winning 4 out of the 5. With next week, 1 to go. A little bit of lag coming from Khalil. Gonna quickly check his ping. Let's look at the data up here. You can see ping, laps, gaps, best times, last times, and deltas. This is what I see on my side. And yeah, very interesting to watch these times here. What are those boxes at the bottom of that screen there? Not too sure. But yeah, this is the chart that I'm always consistently looking at for times and all that. That's just a little sneak peek of what I look at. But yeah, very helpful information. As we see Lance Desir just off track there for a moment, but 26-second gap. First place is to second place DeVille. Brandon allowing Danny and Seth to go through. He's unfortunately a lap down from both of them, so kind of in fight up there. Danny Nasir, heavy under pressure, I will say. Tavares Clark boxes on my screen. I have no idea what the boxes are all about. Very weird there. 57s coming in from Tavar. 2.3 the gap. Very interesting there. Ooh, hold on. What has happened here? Can Sethley get back on the track cleanly? He should. He's by himself. And that, I know I saw lock up for a moment. Don't worry, TJ. Don't worry about it. It's all good. But Seth Lee, I believe, locking up. Going a little bit too deep. I don't think there was contact between himself and Danny, or else I think we would have heard some team radio coming from Danny Nasir. That's very unlucky for Seth Lee, and how quick he was running. And there you see, he is pushing that car. Oh my god, he's off track as well. And check this out, though. 1.5. 1.5 seconds between Tavar and DeVille. Tavar is so fast out here now. 10 minutes to go. The fight for P2 is about to get underway. This is going to be a very good one to watch now. As they go through the S section. Let's take it to the skies in the drone. I think they have a lapped car ahead of them. Who is that? It's Danny Nasir. Now, how is this going to turn out? DeVille versus Tavar. Oh, DeVille running off track. That is what's allowing Tavar to slowly creep up. Danny Nasir has to let way of these two cars ahead, as well as Lance Nasir. Got to be very careful. Danny gets out the way perfectly. Just one more car to do it. Lance Nasir off the track. Looks fine. Tavar did have to compromise his line, going a little bit wide there. But still, 5/10 the difference. And they have clean air now to the very end. No lap traffic to deal with. Tavar inching up ever so closely. Here we go. Who is going to take P2 in this race? This is going to be a good fight. Can we see Tavar pull in the full pressure on DeVille? Can DeVille succumb from the pressure? Can the power of that livery, that Texaco livery, belonging to Kyle Gregg, can he do one for Jamaica? For Kyle Gregg, even though they're both Jamaican. Both of them same nationality. This is what we like to call civil war. Going through the S section now, 7/10 the difference. DeVille has just pulled away a little bit through the first sector. But Tavar is still hot on the tracks. As we look at the interior of the car for a moment there. As I think Tavar is lagging just a bit. We're keeping an eye on it. This, of course, is your closest battle on track. And it is the fight for P2. It is civil war between Park and Clark. Bars. 8 minutes left to go as they come across the line once more. Tavar has a massive lunge down T1 and his closest gap up to 5/10 now. 4/10 the difference. As they go through the next hairpin. The first two turns are hairpins here, kind of like a karting track. Tavar slots that nose in, just misses out, but 2/10 now. That is where Tavar is inching up closer. DeVille now is going to have to make that radical very wide as they get back onto the old straight. DeVille's going to have to make it very, very wide. Tavar is lunging that radical in. Rally style almost, just pinning the front, swinging the rear. And let's see how much it can pay off for him because it's high risk, big reward. Swinging the car a little bit too much will mean trouble. And there you see Tavar once more, pushing it down the inside. But losing some time there, that's your risk and reward. DeVille very, very confident in the radical. Very, very strong. Not many mistakes from him. Very confident, just looking at the road ahead, not worrying about the mirror behind him. I think it's the worst thing you want to see. Oh, a lot of curb, however, out of that section through there. Tavar is closing up now. Tavar just looking to the inside, no space there. Oh, he's gonna lunge it again. Both of them heavy lockup. I hope that doesn't bite Tavar. If he lunges too deep. Tavar looking to the inside. Oh, contact a bit. And a little bit more contact. Tavar nudging his way through there side by side through the S section. DeVille trying to fight. Gets it done. No, he doesn't. Tavar on the inside now this time around. Does he do it? Just about. Yes, he does. Tavar takes P2. DeVille trying to fight back. Oh, it's a bit of lag coming from both of them, though. Oh, it's lockup. Side by side, door to door.
Yeah, like him, bro.
And Tavar interestingly says that DeVille was the one lagging. And I don't know, it looked like Tavar was. DeVille swings to the outside. He's gonna have a wider line. Tavar's gonna have to, oh no, I think DeVille puts the power down a little too quickly. 5 minutes to go. Tavar P2. But DeVille is not done yet. DeVille has had an excellent race week here today, and I don't think he will settle for this P3 spot when P2 is right in front of him. Almost robbed. He was nudged a little bit, but we are going to allow it. That's that rubbing racing. Very, very much prevalent in the Caribbean racing scene, but DeVille is going to have to get this move done quick. Patience is slowly going to start being thrown out the window because now desperation's going to creep in. DeVille looking to the inside again. He swings to the outside. Tavar covers the inside, compromises his line, but DeVille just cannot get the turn and to push down the power quick enough to get a better line out of T1. T2 now. And there you see DeVille looking a lot better, using the whole width of the track. And Tavar is really going to have to defend this one big time. He is losing out towards the end of that kind of snake section through there as they get onto the straight. Oh, off track for Tavar Clark. Luckily does not lose any time. And I think in a couple moments time, we're about to hear Tavar yell out Lance's name. How much you want to bet? As he comes up to the lap car there. Don't hear anything.
You alright?
I lied. No, there you see DeVille trying to get a bit of slipstream. And Lance is trying to brake, trying to just get out the way as soon as possible. Civil War, I'm loving it too. 3 minutes to go. 6/10 the difference, but both of these guys are right on top of each other. DeVille now trying to get a move done. This is where he's quicker through here. He's lost about 2/10. Check it out. 9/10 still the difference. Oh, he's driving a little bit deep. Closes up. Oh, hard on the curb. This is where desperation comes in big time. And DeVille is really, really pushing the car. Is he pushing it a little too much? Was he big lockup? Michael Leonard gets a drive-through for cutting the track. And that is not, that's going to rob him of his P4 spot. Drive-through penalty coming to Michael Leonard from race direction. Danny Nasir is going to be delighted to hear that. He needs to catch up. He is about 10 seconds off of that. We're going to check that out. Where is Michael? Yeah, Michael needs to get that one done soon as possible. DeVille 9/10 still in the same place. You need to clean up through here. Tavar is taking it very slow. There you see how wide he's taking it. Oh, look how aggressive DeVille is. Oh, it's going to bite him. DeVille, breathe. Take a deep breath. You have 1 minute and 30 left to go. You're just a second behind.
Blue flags. Thank you.
Brandon is called out for blue flags. Gets out the way for Tavar. DeVille gonna fly right through. And DeVille is gonna have 1 minute and a lap. This is where it all comes down to. 58.6, 58.9. 3/10 slower that lap. DeVille's gonna have to play it cool now. Calm and collected. Head down. Focus. 1 minute to go. 9/10. He's taking out 2/10 from him just about. Tavar's running his own race now. He's looking ahead. Better line. Way better line through there from DeVille Park. Don't worry about time, man. Just focus on your line. While we watch this, this is the drive-through. Where is Danny? How far is he? Oh, he is very far. Michael's gonna take his drive-through, gets that done. Sorted. 2 to go. DeVille, very close. 58.8, 58.6, 2/10 faster that lap was DeVille this time around. He's gonna have the 2 to go now. Very calm and collected. DeVille Park is not losing any more time. He knows this is the last lap. Our leader is on the white flag lap. Oh, a little bit of curb from DeVille. Desperation really gonna creep in your mind. You realize you got 2 to go. You realize you're a little bit far away as DeVille goes off track. Seth off the track as well on the front straight. No more yellow flags gonna be presented anymore in this race. Where is Khalil? There he is. On the OG front straight. DeVille is gonna have 1 more lap to do it. But as we watch him and this battle, and DeVille putting in his personal best, 3/10 quicker, we look at this man, Khalil Rickford, 36 seconds with a man in P2. The Guyanese is going to dominate this one at Bushy Park. Race 4 complete. And the sweep is on. Khalil Rickford takes home the championship and the race. What an event this has been. Khalil Rickford, the championship is yours. We interview him later. We have 2 more spots to cover now. DeVille losing time. It's now down to luck at this point. DeVille needs a miracle. Tavar, something needs to happen. I don't think it will. Tavar is firmly on pace. With 2 corners to go, gets it right. Tavar Clark finishes P2. DeVille is gonna have to settle for P3. Can't be ashamed of that one. Hell of a race. Driver's gonna finish after that, but it is this man, Khalil Rickford. He has done it. He is your 2023 Radical Caribbean Cup champion.
Nice wing, Khalil.
There he is. There's your second place man. Oh, for running up through there. But here he is, your champion, Khalil Rickford. Giving him a moment to breathe before we interview him. He's done it. 4 of 5 races in the bag. First places, pole positions, maxed out. There's your second place man. What an event. Let's go talk to our main man, our championship winner. As, sadly, he disappears from us for a moment there. what a fantastic race. Big shout out to both of you guys, Tavar and DeVille. We're going to talk to you guys later. That was a hell of a fight towards the very end. But it is our main man, 4 out of 5 in the bag. And not just that, he claims the championship, the 2023 Caribbean Motor Racing Championship, Radical Caribbean Cup, goes to Khalil Rickford. Khalil, wow. Domination. Every pole position, every race win, you've done it. You're mathematically cleared for the driver in second place. You are champion. How do you feel?
Yeah, that feels really great. That was a interesting race at the start. Had a little battle with Jaden. Yeah, he got me into turn 1, got the inside. It seems like the driver on the starting P2 gets the advantage in the turn 1 here, but yeah, I managed to stick with him and he made a little mistake. Unfortunately, we couldn't have a little bit of a longer battle, but yeah. It was a good race. I think I finished what 36 seconds ahead, so it was a bit boring, but yeah, just tried to stay focused and yeah, super happy to win the championship. That's 2 years in a row and in such a dominant fashion.
Added to that, you are now officially qualified to our Race of Champions at the end of the year. Khalil, I know we haven't seen you in our other championships. I know you're a Caribbean racing driver yourself, but can we see you for Race of Champions coming up towards the end to rightfully claim your throne? If you could take on the rest of the championship winning drivers, a battle of who can be champion of 2023, will we be seeing you?
I'm not sure. It depends on what you guys might be racing, but yeah, I tend to focus more on the Caribbean tracks and the Caribbean cars because I think we have a really unique set of tracks and like in the world, especially when you look at Dover. And I think it's great we get to race it in sim. So I tend to focus on these tracks mainly. But yeah, I'll see what you guys are doing and I'll decide that.
Awesome. One more round to go in your quest of the clean sweep. You are heading to Jamwest Speedway. You're going to get your hands on that in a couple minutes time when we upload the link. But yeah, you're going to be going into a whole brand new setting yourself. We know we saw you at South Dakota, a different layout, but now this is a completely different beast going into that one as you attempt to pull off the first ever clean sweep. How are you feeling going into that one?
Yeah, I look forward to driving another new Caribbean track in sim. I saw a couple on boards. The track looks interesting, and I saw you guys' videos, and it looks pretty good. So yeah, I look forward to trying it too.
Can't wait to see you then. Let's see if we can pull that clean sweep out of the bag now that you've claimed the championship. Congratulations, Khalil. Wonderful result from you.
Thank you.
In P2, Tavar Clark, and what a battle. I think it's safe to say the chat would agree, driver of the day. What a damn fight between yourself and DeVille there. Take us through that one, man.
Why? that battle was probably one of the best, if not the best battle of my life, like, in sim racing. Like, because I mean, in quali I had the 57 in me, but like I keep messing it up. So I was like, boy, I don't know how I'm gonna do this race. So I ended up making some switch to my setup at the start of the race, and I think I regret that because my tires were so cold, and you know these medium tires on cold is so hard to drive. So at the start I was trying to see if I could get a good jump, but then I made a mistake with my shifting and shift twice, so that kind of like set me back. But then I realized I was losing the car, and unfortunately he hit me, but it was good that he, you know, still got to sort himself out. But I tried to make my way back up, but boy, each time I catch Devil, something just goes wrong for me. And I started like focusing and started pushing, and I got so close to him, and my cat, she just came at my leg and bit my feet. So I kind of made a mistake again. I was like, boy, I'm out of this race. I'm just going to work at P3. And I was like, no, you got this. You got this. You got to make Jaden pro. You got to make Jamaica pro. You got to make this thing interesting. So I started pushing. I was trying. I caught up to him, but I was so surprised he was doing a pace of 58 consistent laps. So I was like, damn, he's so fast. But I keep pushing. When I caught up to him, I was like, boy, you know, this is it. I'm going to go for it. But, you know, pretty good race by him. I enjoyed it. Trust me, it was a really fun battle. He really made me drive.
Hey,
the entire race.
you summed it up
he pushed
perfectly
me to the
there.
limit. Yeah, he pushed me to the limit. So I have to give him that, because the only chance I had to pass him was where I passed him, because he was so faster than me in the corner exit. So I was like, boy, any chance he left that door open, I will be taking it. And I just took it, and it's a really great battle. I love it. Thank you for the P2. I'm really sorry to see what happened with Jaden there, but I mean, there's next week again, he can bounce back.
That was just still one of our best racing we've had. Probably the best racing I think Bushy Park has ever seen in sim racing. You guys tore it up out there. A crazy comeback to catch up to DeVille. Man, that incredible result. I know you're gonna be celebrating that one for a while.
Yeah, trust me, I will, because I was like almost 10 seconds behind him, or 6 to 10 seconds behind him, and to close that gap with someone who's doing consistent feeds just like me, it was so hard, but I got it, and I'm grateful for it.
In 7 days' time, you're gonna be back home at the first ever Jamwest Speedway event. Are you excited?
I'm more than excited. Because I was so excited where I re-download the track links 3 times this week looking for the track. I was like, where's the track? Because I wanted to test it so bad. So I gotta tell you guys, thank you, man. We have been waiting for this track so long. I just hope I can get to know the track real quick and just set some good times. But man, Khalil is so fast. To me, he's the Radical's best in the Caribbean right now. I don't see anyone better than him. Maybe Dominic can catch him, but he's the best, man. I gotta give it to him.
Well, the inaugural race is coming up in 1 week's time. You're going to get your hands on that track finally in a couple of moments when we do upload it. But yeah,
sure.
Can't wait to see you there next week. I know you're definitely going to be ripping up the timing sheets. Can't wait to see what you can do there. Congratulations on that P2. Definite driver of the day for you. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
You. All right, thank you.
And in third place, you got to give him props, DeVille. You drove an excellent race out here. Unfortunately, couldn't keep that P2 dream alive, but the podium is still yours. And we just got to give a massive hand to you. That defense against Tavar, amazing. How was that one for you?
It was a really good race. This race I was really pushing. I got really consistent. Pulling, as Tavar said, pulling 58 like every lap. I had a kind of a rough start the first race. Well, to this race, yeah. I accidentally hit Tavar. I hit the brakes and the car just went left in the right hand corner. So
right, yeah.
I apologize for that, yeah. So yeah, this race was really good. Yeah.
Going into next week as well, Jamwest, excited? How are you feeling?
I can't explain my excitement for Jamwest. I've been waiting so long for this track. So yeah, I'm very excited for this track.
Do you believe we're going to see a huge turnout coming for Jamwest next week out? The debut, of course, of Dover Raceway was a huge turnout. Do you think we're going to see an exciting turnout coming out next week and a good race? How do you feel about it?
We are definitely going to have a good race. And all I'm going to say is just watch out for me on the Evo.
Oh man, well, cannot wait to see you next week out. Great racing from you there, and yeah, we'll see you in 7 days time. That's gonna end it off for us here today. I'll also like to say that we have finally hit 400 subscribers on the YouTube channel. I want to give a massive shout out and thank you to everyone who did subscribe here today. We've hit our goal, 400 subscribers. On to the next. Thank you so much for all the support thus far. 2 years and already hitting 400 subscribers. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome as we continue just to grow more and more. Next week is definitely going to be history in the making. That's going to do it for us here today in the penultimate round. Congratulations once again to Khalil for winning the Radical Caribbean Cup. We have one more championship to decide, 2 more races to go in this one. And yeah, cannot wait to head over to Jamwest. For all our drivers in the Discord, thank you so much for coming in this evening. I know it wasn't the biggest of turnouts as we've seen for the other rounds, but still happy to see you guys pull out here and pull up and give us an amazing race to watch. You guys are going to get your Jamwest in a couple minutes time as soon as we end the stream here. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we're going to see you next week. History is going to be made. If you're a driver yourself and you want to be a part of history, go in the description, join our Discord. Be a part of the action. We're going to have a race for everyone to join in. Please keep an eye out for our announcements channel. You're going to get all the information through there. As for now, we say goodbye to Bushy Park. Next week, we say hello to making history.